Well, that's one coach that's leaving the Pac-12 because he's getting fired. There's another leaving the Pac-12 because he's taking a job in the SEC. Cuonzo Martin has agreed to become the next head basketball coach at Mizzou. 7 years, $21 million is what the Tiger Boosters are ponying up for Cuonzo Martin. He went 62-39 in 3 seasons at Cal, and like Lorenzo Romar, noted for his great recruiting. Jaylen Brown got him to be a one-and-done from Georgia, go all the way to Cal. Ivan Robb has been there as a 5-star recruit, was able to keep Jarnell Stokes, a 5-star recruit, when he was at Tennessee there. So recruiting is Cuonzo Martin's role, and it appears that he is going to bring Romar's former assistant, Michael Porter Sr., with him to Columbia, Missouri, and many think that'll mean Michael Porter Jr. is going to be a Tiger. What's your reaction to all this kind of domino that falls and seemingly helps out Tiger alumni like myself who have been longing for Mizzou basketball to return to its past glory?
What's your reaction to all this?
I love it. A-plus recruiter. He's won at every stop. He's going to bring with him maybe the #1 overall recruit in the country. I just suffered through, as a Mizzou fan, 3 straight years of 20-plus losses. No tournament dances. We had an instability ever since Quinn Snyder fell off the reservation. Mike Anderson came and went for his dream job at Arkansas. Frank Haith came unsuspectingly and then got out of town before the NCAA got to him.
They had number 2 seed one year.
Right. They had the 2 seed, but lost that game to Norfolk State.
Yeah, they did. Seems like he's the right fit. Now, it's interesting enough, he was once an assistant for Matt Painter at Purdue, who's been linked to that Missouri job for a long time. So I think Painter at that time used that as leverage to kind of up his deal with Purdue. Obviously, they like that style of play. Cuonzo is tied into the area there. I think the biggest thing we're going to have to decide, how do you say his first name?
Cuonzo. Cuonzo. The U is silent.
Cuonzo has won at Missouri State. He's made Tennessee respectable. He's brought in some big-time recruits at Cal. He's never really been to the promised land.
Right. The Cal, the last year they lost in the first round to Hawaii. Didn't make the dance this year. So, I mean, it's not as...
Because he really hasn't had those runs of, like, Sweet 16, Florida Gulf Coast.
With Tennessee, he had a run when they won the play-in game.
Right.
As the 11 went to the Sweet 16 a couple years ago. Jordan McRae was on that team, who's now was with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's an East St. Louis guy, played for Gene Cady at Purdue, so he knows that Midwest area.
Does he make sense?
This makes as much sense as any out. Tom Crean was a name a lot of Mizzou people wanted, but that doesn't make as much sense as Cuonzo Martin. Here's a guy who I think will stay at Mizzou and try and build it back to what Norm Stewart had it when he was at the height of his powers in the 80s and 90s.
The hires there have been strange as of late.
Yes, they have.
You know what I mean? With the Haith, the Kim Anderson, but I think they got this one right.
Cuonzo Martin to the Missouri Tigers, 7 years, $21 million. Not coming cheap.